Hi there. I wanted to welcome you to our challenge group and make a video so that you can understand just how to get started right and how to prep for starting our group tomorrow. So first things first, I'm Wendy Spencer, which you probably know because you signed up to be a part of this challenge group. You met your other coaches in here. They're also here to support you, but I wanted to do this video to get you going. So we start tomorrow. I would love to have you be a huge part of this group and to rock your goals. So like I said, here are some of the guidelines to get started. First things first, this is a challenge. That's why we call it a challenge group. You are going to have to work to get the results you want. But the way we have this set up and with the support and the accountability, it's a lot more fun. And you know what? If you want to get the results, the whole reason why you bought this program was to make a change. And change is never easy, but we are here to help you get through that. So let's start with we don't want this to be a 30, 60, 90, 21-day program and you're kind of back to your normal habits. We want this to be a lifestyle change. We want it to be something that you might get to your goal weight and then we don't want you to go right back to what you were doing before. We want this to be the start of a healthier and happier you. Something where you have, more energy and you feel more confident. That's why we do this, because we want you to make this change. So that change starts with you and it starts tomorrow. The other thing we wanted to talk to you about is this is a group setting. And we work with, a lot of different customers every month to help them reach their goals. And this is how we keep track of you. If you check in with this group and you share, your triumphs and your struggles, it's a way for us to make sure that you are getting the best possible experience that you can with this challenge group. So for example, posting your sweaty selfie every day. That's a way to show your coach and to show other people like, hey, I did my workout today. What about you? And, or if you're at a party and you see you're surrounded by dips and desserts and just really calorie-filled cocktails, you can message the group and say, oh my gosh, I'm in a really weak point. Help support me. Or you're at work and someone brings donuts in or the candy jar looks delicious. All you have to do is just type it quickly. That's step one, right? Like, oh my gosh, I have some temptation. Please help me through this. Because if you put it out there that you want help, you will have as many people as possible jumping on to say, don't do it, go drink water, go do something else, and that will really help you. And the next thing we suggest is making this a favorite group. So once you're in the group, you'll see an option under the banner that says to make this group a favorite, and then it shows up on the left-hand side in your Facebook groups, and you see it every day. And it's an easier way to make you check in and just to make it easier to be a part. And if you can try to support other people through this process, not only will you be helping yourself, it makes it so much more fun to have the group all in it together. All of us succeeding together and being able to rock out those goals, it creates a really fun atmosphere. Plus, we like to give prizes when people are really active and involved in hitting those milestone goals. So there you go. The next thing we need you to do is, if you haven't done it already, open up your box and get out the program guide. I have some here. We have Max 30 and 21 Day Fix and Turbo Fire. So, get out your program guide and read through it. The people who put this together, they're celebrity trainers, they're experts, professionals in their field, and they've got your back. They know how for you to get those successes and those results that you want. So read through it, make sure you understand what it says, and ask any questions if you don't understand. I always recommend hanging the calendar up, just somewhere you can see it. For example, I hang mine up on my fridge. It may sound weird, but for me, it's another reminder when I'm going into the fridge, like I'm making a conscious decision to either help my fitness goals or to derail them. So for me, it's like that secondary, okay, you can do this. So let's do it together. Don't let your food ruin it. With that being said, also, we have to talk about nutrition. Nutrition is a huge part of this. There's an eating guide, along with every single program that you get. Some are very specific, like 21 Day Fix. Insanity Max 30 does also have specific guidelines that make it simple to follow, at least in my opinion, especially the, how to eat if you can't cook or if you're traveling. But, if you can read through that and understand it, or if you need some meal ideas or, recipes and guidelines, just ask your coach or ask in here because, we've been through that and we have a lot of suggestions for you because no matter how hard you work out and how much you stick to the schedule, at the end of the day, if you're putting crap food into your body, you will get crappy results. Sorry, I have to say it. Okay, so moving forward, let's go back onto the positive. Your before photos. Everyone hates this part. I totally understand. But look in your book. There's a really great guideline that's, basically take your front, your side, and your back. Not everyone likes to do the back ones, but I always kind of like it because, those like the area under your sports bra, those always seem to kind of disappear or get smaller, which is so nice to see. Love handles, and I guess back fat is the super attractive word for it. But anyway, so take those because sometimes, this is not fun either, sometimes your weight won't change right away. And that's what throws a lot of people off. Like, I'm working so hard and I'm following the nutrition plan exactly and I gained 2 pounds. I'm going to quit. I'm done. And please don't do that. Please don't be like a neurotic, weigh yourself every day, even though it's nice. I'm a numbers person too. It will not help your fitness goals. So I think taking these before photos and taking measurements and then getting on the scale and seeing a starting number is the best way to get going. And, as you start progressing through, some people gain muscle, some people have water weight and they gain and lose that just because you are changing your diet and things like that. So, taking those before photos, that's where you'll see the results. You don't have to share them in our group. I think if you do share them, you typically feel like you're more committed sometimes, at least to the group and to your coach. You can share them with your coach, but like I said, you don't have to. But definitely take them because when you're all done with this program, that's where you will put them next to each other and it will all of a sudden be like, holy cow. Even if the scale only changed by a pound, which it probably won't, but let's just say it did, you will actively see results in your body that you did not have when you first took that photo. So please take your photos. That's really important. And I always love to see the before and after photos. I'm always so proud of you just because you've done it and you've stuck to it and you've committed and it shows. It shows in your body and it shows in your confidence and it's awesome. It's such an awesome feeling for you and for me. Okay, so let's now talk about how you're going to feel through this program. You might be sore and tired in the beginning, and it's okay to admit to that and to respect that, but I think it's also just as important to recognize that the more you do this, the more energy you'll have, the more confident you'll feel, the more just strength you'll feel in your character because you committed to something and you stuck to it. So, when going kind of gets tough or you're feeling like, oh, I'm not seeing results right away or this kind of sucks, I hurt. Remember that like this is a progression and it takes work and commitment and you will get those results if you can power through that. And like I said, this group setting is also for that because there's a really good chance you're not the only one feeling this way. So if you put it out there, I can highly assure you that someone else will say, hey, I got your back. We're in this together. We're going to push through those feelings. But like I said, and I keep saying, the end results are worth it. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was Shakeology. Please drink it every day. It's going to make a difference. If you drink it every few days or, it's just really not something that you're ready to commit to, you're not going to see the same results. I initially thought, okay, Shakeology's great and whatever. But it was once I started drinking it every day and committing to it every day, that's all of a sudden when I started noticing my energy going way up. I'm a mom to young kids and I feel like sometimes I'm dragging, but I notice on the days where I've been drinking Shakeology every day for like a week, I don't hit those lulls. The other thing I really struggle with is sugar cravings, my sweet tooth. And I notice if I haven't been drinking my Shakeology, or if I, didn't drink it that early enough in the day or whatever at that point, that's when I start to look at the sweets that are kind of placed, not everywhere in my home, but it seems like every time I go somewhere else. And I can walk by plates of cookies, or I can make chocolate chip cookies, which are my absolute favorite, and not eat any of the dough, which for me is like basically was unheard of before I started drinking Shakeology. So commit to that. You'll have more energy, you'll be able to just eat better because you'll feel better, and everything will be running smoother, along with just your working out. It will really help add to that. Another thing you'll see me posting about and chatting about is a product that I really love called E&E. I take it before my workout. Like, I wake up and I take it and I drink it as I'm kind of just, sitting and playing with the kids, getting ready for my workout, or if I get up early enough, it's the first thing I have. And then about 25 to 30 minutes later, I can start my workout, because it's like it gives me this burst of energy, and it's natural products, which is great. It's not full of a bunch of junk, but it almost just helps me get more endurance and more, I just can push through my workout a lot better. So for me, it's worth it to take it. Plus, it tastes good. And, if I'm going to be pushing myself as hard as I can, why not be able to have that extra boost to, work even harder? So, basically, that's something else I'll talk about. I would like you today to flip a switch. Commit that this will work. Believe that it will work. Let's do some positive talk that it will work. Commit to this, be consistent with this, and we are here for you. If you commit to this group and you're engaged with this group, you will see results. So let's do this. If you are struggling, please contact me or contact your coach, because we're here for you. This is why we love what we're doing, because we want you to succeed and rock this out. So, like I said, take those before photos. Get ready to go, because I'm ready to see your results at the end, and I'm already so proud of you for making this first step to get going. So let's go. I'm so excited.